welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. Hello Clara in the chat. Hello anybody else who's watching who might not be active in chat. Anybody who's lurking. Today, welcome to Archaeo SMP. We last time what did we do? We built the stables, right? And the crop field. This crop field is kind of absurd. There is so much, so many crops from this. In fact, I've gotten so many potatoes that I've just started composting them for bone meal because they're just so many potatoes and I don't need them all. So that's helpful, and we're not running out of red dye anytime soon, which is also good. Not that I have a particular need for red dye, but yeah, so that's nice. Let's see. We did for some reason the server's like stuttering a little bit today, and I'm not entirely sure why. If there's something up with, I'm not sure. Let me know if it gets annoying. But yeah. So yeah. Well, I mean, I say let me know if it gets annoying, but it's semi-annoying to me. So I apologize for the stuttering. I have closed everything out. Like I don't exactly know what's going on with things. Hopefully it doesn't last terribly long, and it might just be something on the server side. I don't really know. But yeah, I've been also trying to oxidize some more copper just so that we have some, and ooh, hang on. This is something I can show you. I'm gonna jump off a cliff real quick. So if you don't like falling, look away like now. Oh, great. Rain. Okay. If you looked away just now, you can come, you can look back again. Oh, hi, Orc Boy. How you doing? I know that, you were trying to... Oh, weird. Okay, yeah. The servers... Something's up with the server at the moment. I will investigate that eventually. And by eventually, I mean after the stream. But, Orc Boy, I know that you, often are trying to... Whoops, wrong direction. Trying to catch the streams, but on Thursdays, I think you've got a class. So, hopefully Tuesdays, are a time that you can access a bit more easily. I connected geodes to my mine. Well, okay, I was doing this to try and connect the spawners, the double skeleton spawners, that are unfortunately just far enough away that I can't activate both of them at once. But the skeleton spawners are all the way down here. I should have warned people who might get motion sick. I'm very sorry. So there's one here. And then if we go over here and down this way, there's the other one that we found. So, hello, Dragon, how you doing? So yeah, so we have two skeleton spawners, and I wanted to connect them to my mine because that way I didn't have to try and figure out exactly where these spawners were every time I went into the cave system, because I kept getting lost because, you know, that's like you do in cave systems in Minecraft, or certainly like I do in cave systems in Minecraft. So I was connecting these to my mine, and I ended up coming across the geode that oh gosh, I can jump. This is gonna be a better staircase, I promise. You're awake, but good. That's, you know, I usually judge the success of a morning by whether I'm awake. And so yeah, awake and semi-functional is always pretty good. But yeah, so I was digging down to connect the spawners, and I came across this geode, and I thought it was one of the original geodes that we had. But no, this is a third geode. So there's this one, and then I'm gonna decorate this better, but I have a lot of geodes. Then there's this one, which is the original one we found. And then there's also the one that's down by the spawners. So, I have 3 geodes. So, I was thinking it might be a good idea to maybe start selling some amethyst, and also maybe some, like, well, tinted glass and amethyst blocks, and once I get Silk Touch, I'll sell the crystals too, but I don't have Silk Touch yet. We have to work on that. I definitely want Silk Touch soon. Silk Touch and Fortune 3 would be great for all of this. But yeah, so I thought we could start by revamping my house, because we were going to do that last time and then didn't have time because the stables took a lot longer than I thought they would. And then we can build a shop at spawn and have the first shop at spawn that, well, okay, I mean, like, there's the smith place, but that's kind of a shop, kind of like a server. It's the first like official shop at spawn. Let's go with that. Hello, Jossie, how you doing? Good morning. I hope morning is treating you well. And Orc Boy, you're sitting in the parking lot at work chilling before you have to go in. Oh, nice. I am, well, I suppose it depends on how you feel about your work. I hopefully work is nice, but if it's not, then I hope this helps, if that makes sense. Yeah, Amethyst is really pretty, and the other thing, I don't know if you could hear it as I was running on top of it, but Amethyst also, oh, let's not fall back down the cliff. I need to do something about this. I haven't yet fallen down, which I think is pretty impressive, but I also feel like it's only a matter of time. So, yeah, the amethyst blocks, when you run on them, they make little chiming noises, which is why I've put them in the floor on that hallway between two of the geodes, because it just sounds pretty when I run on it. That fence is for cows and not sheep. Yes, exactly. Yes, well remembered. Actually, technically the fence is for me, which I guess means that I am a cow. And you know, I'll take it. I can be a cow. Cows are fun. But yes. Yeah, definitely not sheep. If that were in Scotland, we'd be like, oh yeah, no, that's for cows. Definitely for cows. Yeah, I haven't, so last time when we were building up some of the stables and using some of the fences from the original animal pen, and I had renamed them and then realized or remembered that once you place a block, it loses whatever name tag it had, except for certain blocks, like I think things in item frames, or I think even potentially item frames themselves. I can't remember. There are like 3 exceptions. But otherwise they lose their name, because otherwise the game would have to store all of that data, and that's a lot, and the game is kind of chunky already because it's not the most efficiently coded thing in the world. So what we're going to do in terms of the system for keeping track... Oh, and actually, Orc Boy, you haven't heard any of this. My thought is that I would like to keep track of the changes that we make as we go through this area and like build it up and things. So my goal originally, well, my ultimate long-term goal, I can word good today, guys. Yep, things are happening. Oh no. It's all fine. I was like ready to stream at like noon, so like an hour ago, and I was like, oh, maybe I should just start streaming now and then stream for like 3 hours. And then literally an instant later, I had a similar nonsense moment in my brain, and I was like, or maybe not. Maybe I should wait and have some caffeine and see if that helps. And I don't know if it's helping. It's making words happen faster. I don't know that it's having any benefit to the quality of the words, but here we are. Hopefully it's entertaining at least. But yeah, so actually, let me show Orc Boy, because Orc Boy is also on the server with us, but he's had, with the start of classes and the end of dig season, it's been very busy, so I don't know how much you've been able to catch of the streams, but I still wish I knew why it was stuttering. But anyway, we found this rock formation, which is super cool, and Clara pointed out that it looks a lot like a bird. Like that's like the chest of the bird, and then the wing kind of down there, and then the head into the, well, the neck, I mean, into the head and the beak, which is really cool. And I was like, oh, we could do a bird theme, please eat. Oh yeah, sorry, Dragon. I always worry, Dragon, about how little I eat. Thank you for reminding me. So bird-themed area would be really cool, and I'm a fan of birds. I actually love birds. I think they're great. So here, let's not fall in a hole and get rid of half the hunger I just gained. So we started to settle here, but my ultimate goal is to have like houses and things kind of halfway up this cliff, and then to have like a giant bird in flight at the top. I was about to say at the beginning. This is, oh man, guys. I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried about my ability to word good today. But you know, it gives you all permission to not have to word good, so it works. Do you need to bring me a couple stacks of potatoes for food? No, you don't. Here, ready? Look at this. This is why this is bad. I have a couple stacks of potatoes. And then I have so many more. Hang on, where are my crops? I have so many potatoes. I should potentially open a farmer's market at spawn as well, because I have so many crops. My one crop field is overproducing. I've only harvested it in full twice, and that's how much I have. Well, the stuttering is kind of sad. But yeah, it grows really quickly. I just forget to eat, and then I sprint everywhere, and then I forget to eat, and then, you know, it keeps happening. Once we change this to like normal/hard mode, if we decide to go to hard mode, that's when I'll remember to eat, because I'll start taking damage when I don't. Yeah, so last time the goal for this is to kind of track the changes as we build through this area. So this is the starter house, but we're gonna take this entire thing down today, and then we're gonna build a new house that's basically the same thing but bigger, but it's just easier to take it down than to I need to move it like 2 blocks back, and technically 1 block over, 2 blocks over. Well, I mean, it's 2 blocks over, but we gain 1 block in size because it ends here. But the goal is to have a bigger house that maybe even has 2 floors. That's my thought. And then here, I know the door is here, but I was thinking we could put a staircase up and then have the door there. And it's kind of a small ground floor, but then we could do 2 floors of the house. And we could add some of the wool design that we have from the storage area and the stables. I also found, well, I had glowberries and a lot of creepers were spawning, and so I was like, let's light this place up. So I put some glowberries around and then got some bone meal and grew them as well. So that's the other progress that has happened. But yeah, that's my thought. And what we did last time, ooh, the stuttering is frustrating. What we did last time is we had, so the fences for the original animal pen, I had them and I renamed them using the anvil to animal pen. But then obviously, like, once we started using them and then breaking them again, they lost their name. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of keep track. It's a little bit more admin for me, but I'm just gonna keep track of things. So I'm still going to, actually, I should put my armor on now that now that I've done my intro, just in case a creeper explodes at me. So I'm gonna keep track. I'm gonna take it all down, rename stuff, and then after we build, like, we'll know how many, I'll have the video of how many I renamed, and then in the video I'll have how many I have left. So I can just keep track that way. And it's a little bit more complicated. I don't know if that makes sense, given my ability to word good today, but I couldn't think of an alternative other than that, aside from potentially, like, taking screenshots, which I'll do anyway, of each build as we go. But I think that's the best way to do it, along with also, like, not being precious about these builds and keeping them once they're built in the way that a lot of us do in our Minecraft worlds. So, like, the starter house, a lot of people replace their starter houses, but actually, yeah, okay. Just wanted to make sure I didn't have any of the materials in my inventory already, because then it would confuse things. A lot of people will replace their starter houses, but then, like, other buildings like that, they might leave or reuse for something. Whereas this, I'm not going to be precious about keeping them around. If they stay, cool. If not, then that's fine. And we'll just go with it from there. I hope that makes sense. Tell me if it doesn't make sense. I do have another shovel. That's not a shovel. That's an axe. Oh no, guys. Oh no. It's fine. It's all fine. All fine. Oh, also, for those of you who are here, just as an FYI, I am going to be a guest on next week's Spawn Chunks podcast, which is the podcast that Pixel Riffs does with Joel Duggan about Minecraft, and they talk about Minecraft. They have a Patreon Discord where people can ask questions and things, and yeah, I'm gonna be on there talking about archaeology and Minecraft, and we're gonna talk about some of the things that we didn't get a chance to talk about in our conference presentation, particularly the whole Minecraft archaeology prototype mechanic that was developed. That was definitely on our plan of things to talk about, and then we just didn't talk about it. So we're going to talk about it in the podcast along with some other things. So that'll be next Monday, the 19th. It usually releases sometime on Monday, at least Monday evening for me in the UK. So feel free to have a look at that. I'll also put it in the Discord. So if anybody is, hang on, let me do all this. If anybody is wanting to join our Discord, like my Discord, you can do so here. And if you're wanting to follow me on social media, nope, let me type. There you go. Twitter and such is probably the easiest way to find me and everything. So yeah, feel free to follow me there. And thank you for the congratulations, you guys. Yeah, Pixel Riffs was talking to me basically when we were planning the conference presentation. We sort of finished the presentation. Then he said, "Oh, actually, I was curious if you'd want to be on the Spawn Chunks." And I was like, "Yes, sure, let's do it." So so it's just been effectively finding an easy place to fit in the archaeology discussion, and have schedules match up and things. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it, and stuff. Yeah, that's oh, the words. Oh no, the word good. The word gooding is happening. This is also, I don't know that I've ever taken down a structure from the outside only before and just left the inside to just kind of sit there, and I'm now kind of curious. This feels like some weird art installation to me. Your coffee is just about finished. Hope it helps. It usually doesn't. You have Starbucks, but this is your first day back at work after being sick for a week. Oh yeah, Claire, I remember you saying. I'm glad that you're well enough. Well, I hope you're well enough to be back at work and not feeling like you just kind of have to be there regardless. But I also hope that it's not terribly bad. I also love how I'm taking down my entire house while it's getting dark outside. This is a good plan. I approve. And by that I mean I don't really. It's probably a ridiculous plan. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, let's collect these. How we doing? No. Okay. Bye. Okay. I had been smelting glass for the tinted glass, so I just wanted to see if I had left anything in there. Okay. Feeling better? You're working from home today, even though you're supposed to be in the office because you couldn't fall asleep until 2:30 last night. Oh no. Orc Boy, I hope that you have a good time at work, that it's at least somewhat entertaining and not at all difficult. But yeah, we'll see you later. Enjoy, hopefully. Okay. We're also, you know what we're also gonna do today is we're gonna get rid of this packed earth floor. I'm a fan, I mean, or at least what I'm calling a packed earth floor, which is basically just the dirt paths. I'm a fan of it, but I would like to have a door that closes behind me. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm excited. Okay. So, what I'm thinking is there are a couple of options. Part of me is thinking that we take this and dig it all the way back to like here. Okay, so that we have, how do I explain this? Yeah. So basically that this is the floor line here. And then that's the upper floor. If that makes sense. Do I have a shovel? I don't have a shovel. Can I make a shovel? Did I get rid of the crafting table? I did. Wonderful. I will remember to name all these things. I just want to do it before I want to plot out my thoughts before I rename them, because if I then take the stuff back up, it loses the name. So we'll just do this. But basically, if we have this come down one, right? So it's kind of down here. This is where the level of the ground would be. And it puts it on the same level as the storage area, right? But then it allows us to have a second floor. It's a little bit of a cramped basement / ground floor, but I feel like I want to try that. And then have like a staircase that comes down here. So the door is actually up one block and the staircase comes down. That's what I'm thinking. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, I think I'm gonna try it anyway and see what it looks like. And then if it's bad, I'll put all the dirt back. Maybe I'll build it for now. You're feeling much better and work isn't too overwhelming. That's good. I'm really glad. I'm glad. I'm always sad when people are ill, and I'm glad when they're starting to feel better. Yeah. I think I'm gonna try this plan. But what I might do is kind of keep it to the footprint of the building. So this is kind of a it's a relatively everyday term, but it might not be a thing that you have necessarily come across. In archaeology, let's talk about buildings in archaeology. We have, we like to call basically the space that the building takes up is the footprint. And a lot of the time, archaeologists will measure that specifically from, corner to corner and go all the way around, get the footprint, and then they'll actually draw the building. So there's a type of archaeological survey that's called standing building survey, at least in the UK. It can be called different things in different places, but it's basically looking at a building and then kind of drawing it architecturally in a sense. So we're gonna get the footprint of this building, and I'm gonna at least wait to carve out this dirt until I'm happy with this on the level that it's at. I think I will be, but at least this way I say I preserve this. The number of creepers who have blown up like right here. I'm just glad they haven't blown up around my builds, but the amount of dirt I've had to sink into this landscape to make sure that it doesn't fall apart and just have a bunch of holes in it is absurd. It does make sense. You think it'll be a good floor plan. Okay, cool. I'm glad that made sense. So let me grab these. I'll just grab all this and we'll rename everything so that I have video evidence of how much of each I had. And again, since we're doing this, this is kind of the early days of the renaming stuff, it's probably not going to be terribly exciting until we start building, say, the third or fourth or fifth iteration of a building, or the third or fourth generation of buildings in the area. And then it's going to be really interesting how many of those materials are potentially reused, especially because in Minecraft, materials never really degrade or disintegrate. Copper oxidizes, but that's kind of it. So we can use and reuse these materials as many times as we want, which means, if we get to building number 20, there could be materials from our starter house that end up in building number 20, which is fun to think about, at least for me as an archaeology nerd. So let's just go with starter house. Do I want to call it starter house? I could, yeah, let's call it starter house for now. I'll do that, and that's fine. Do this as well. I should just copy paste this. Okay. Okay. And we'll do doors. Although one of those doors was not in the starter house, so actually, just do one of the doors. Those. The sign actually I added to the starter house afterwards. It was in front of the starter house, but that's fine. And then I'll do these as well, just because they were in the starter house. I know that means that my crafting table and my bed and such are also there, but we've got records. It's all good. Okay, so let's dig this out, and let's also. I have more chests. Okay, let's. Oh, don't do just one, Heather. Let's do this. Okay, get it kind of on the outside of this build, just so that I can store. I'm overflowing with cobblestone, so I've been putting a bunch of it in here. This and this and this. I got a Nautilus shell and also a name tag. I went to go and get sand, and found a. How did I find the name tag? I think it was in a village that I went into in the desert somehow. And then the Nautilus shell, there was like a drowned in a river that was attacking me, and it was carrying a Nautilus shell, and I was like, well, the drowned is annoying, but I'll take the Nautilus shell. That's actually incredibly helpful. So yeah, so that's how that happened. Let's do this and this and this and this. We can put the hoe away. You don't need the hoe right now. Yeah, close enough. That works. Okay, and then we can take this. Right. I'll do these actually. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Starter. I love how I have this. I can still copy paste. My brain. Oh no. All right, that's fine. Okay. I'm gonna leave the bed there until we need to move it, just because. Am I? No. We can. This is an easy problem to solve. Just do that. Okay. Let's dig this out now. And I'm hoping this doesn't take terribly long. I know that I end up building slower on stream just because chatting and trying to explain things and run through thought processes and such, which is all perfectly fine. But I am hoping to be able to also build an Amethyst shop at spawn today, because that would be cool. And I'm also hoping to get, where's my, hang on. I'm hoping to maybe start getting to the Nether on Thursday. Maybe. Hopefully. That's my thought, is if we could get to the Nether on Thursday, in part because I want to start working on the skeleton spawners, but I need soul sand. Or soul soil. Soul sand? I need one of them. Bubble elevators. I never remember which one's required, but I need one of them, and that's in the Nether. So I need to go to the Nether, hopefully Thursday, which means we'll need a Nether portal. There's a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm hoping to get this and the Amethyst shop done today. Let's see. Soul sand for elevators. Okay, all right. That's true, because I always think it's soul soil because it gives an additional use to soul soil, and then it's never soul soil, and I'm like, soul soil isn't used for much, aside from really pretty lamps and things. But yeah, what am I doing in here? Okay, I don't think I want an acacia floor. I know it's getting dark, but and it'll be fine. What kind of floor? I wonder if a dark oak floor would work with this color scheme. I could also do stone. Soul soil, oh, that's true for basalt generators. That's very true. I don't build with basalt very often, even though it's a very pretty block, just because I forget about, well, yeah, I often don't have the patience to get the ice for basalt generators, and I also forget that those exist. So yeah, I end up not using basalt, but basalt is I use basalt a lot in creative builds, and then in survival I forget it exists. So you get the names mixed up all the time. Yeah, I know which one is which based on the block art, but then I always forget which one is responsible for bubble elevators. It's, yeah. Okay, let's try how does this look? Like if we do this as a floor, okay, and then we have, I don't know, a wall. We're gonna have some jungle wall as well, jungle wood wall. In fact, it's probably gonna be a lot of jungle wood. I mean, that's pretty with the dark oak. I'm just doing, this is just seeing how they look together. That's also pretty. I feel like dark oak might be the way to go for a floor. Unless I do deep slate. Which actually, let me just see. Because we know that deep slate works with jungle. Like, we know this works here. I'm curious if it works with... acacia. I know the words. I can do things. I'm a functional human being. Ooh, see, that's nice too. What I might do is do deep slate for the floor and the ground floor, and then dark oak for the floor on the second floor. I might do that, because we could also do dark oak slabs, just kind of at this level. And I feel like that would be really cool. Let's do that. Okay, so we're going to get rid of this. I am going to use these again, because I do like them. Stuttering again. So 1, 2, 3. So then this is where our floor level is technically going to be. Let me... I really want the next update to Minecraft to be to include something that makes inventories a little bit easier to manage. because as a builder, I really want inventories to be easier to manage. Is this... No. Wait. Yes? That's very low. That's like 2.5 blocks. On the other hand, it is a basement / ground floor. Alternatively, we could take it one higher. Like if we do mangrove roots, which are becoming my new favorite block, or one of them at least. Mangrove is here. If we do mangrove roots, we go half slab higher, it's spawn proof. That's true, but because it's the floor, I want to be able to put stuff on top of it. So that's the issue. But if we do, like, if we take these out and we do this kind of thing, so that the house is, oops, hang on, let's use the correct tool. So that this part of the house is a little bit like it's on stilts, which I guess we could do this with, actually, because that's what we're gonna use there. Actually, I do like the mangrove roots, but we can change this. Hang on, wait a minute. If we do this, 1, 2, 3, that's fine. Oh, let's actually use the tool. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's drop down to where it doesn't hurt me. And then if we do this up here, right? We could do it that way, or we could do on this floor, we could do like that, so that it's not such a high area underneath. It does require 2 sets of stairs coming down. Yeah, Dragon, the only... Because I always have that idea, too, of the half slab higher, and then I sit there and think, oh, wait, but then I can't place anything inside. Like, so yeah, that's the only reason I knew that answer so quickly, is because my brain had done the exact same thing, and then I was like, oh, no, wait, I do that too often. On the other hand, we could build this area up as well by a layer. Like if we do, where's my dirt? If we take this dirt, right, and we bring this over so that it is still just one above, you know? And just kind of have like a little area, I don't know, this maybe kind of goes here-ish. That could work. Yeah, I'd probably change that corner with that leaf. But I feel like we could put like a nice little kind of actually, let's do this and this and this, just so that it's not curving so obviously. We could put slabs like here and here, and then have that come up to a path that's over here. I feel like that could work. You always forget enough floating areas. Yeah. Sometimes I catch myself before I start to try and like place things around the area, and sometimes I don't. But it's definitely one of those things I've been trying to train myself to remember, because I just don't I just don't want to deal with it. But yeah, okay, so 1, 2. Oh gosh, the stuttering is very strange, and I wish I knew what was doing it. You know what? Hang on. Oh. Get rid of that. Is that gonna help? I don't know if that'll help. I'm trying to keep the stuttering. If it is my computer, then I want to actually fix. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. That's frustrating. Okay. I feel like that could work once I end up with more dirt, which I'll have from digging this out anyway. And that way we've got a slightly higher roof. Okay, slightly higher ceiling for this floor and slightly better floor for the second floor. That made sense in my head. And if we go up at least. Oh wow, is that all of the... Okay, so we've used all of the logs that were in the starter house already. Yeah, I think that'll work. It does introduce a challenge, and sometimes it works, but often it doesn't in houses. Yeah. The nice thing about houses is that they're relatively easy to light up to make spawn-proof, but... Oh, right. I have more acacia. Okay. I had it in my inventory. That's fine. That's all good. Alright, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? I think. Yeah. Ooh. No, I want it here. Hang on. Wait. Always build odds if you can. Always build in odd numbers so that you can center a door or a window or something. You don't always have to, but I generally like to. Oh gosh, pickaxe, no. Let's see, yeah, because we're gonna replace this with wall. Hello, Dungeons on a Dime! Listening along as you strip paint. Well, I haven't stripped paint in a long time, but when I was a kid, we stripped the paint at my dad's house, and that was like, I don't know, 15, 20 years old or something. The house was significantly older, and I don't know, I remember it being very chill for some reason. Like, I would just sometimes go out and strip paint for a few hours. Not a few hours, but like for a while. In the summertime or like after school. There's something very mesmerizing about getting, especially if you could get like a nice long strip of paint. It was always, yeah, it's probably obvious by now that I enjoy games like Power Wash Simulator and House Flipper because you get to do all the renovation without the mess. It's probably not quite time, but that's fine. Okay, you know what? Let's get some flooring in so that I stop jumping down and causing Dragon to worry about my hunger bar. I mean, in fairness, I'm gonna give Dragon other reasons to worry about my hunger bar, namely by completely ignoring it. But if I can at least try to remember. You don't think you ever stripped paint? Power Wash Simulator does look pretty fun. It's very chill. Like especially if you, okay, so if you are somebody with like a disability or chronic illness, I highly recommend Power Wash Simulator if video games are like your vibe, because you can just sit and zone out to like a Twitch stream or a podcast or whatever you want, and it just works. It's really nice. I enjoyed it a lot as a game. At this point, there's like one achievement that I don't have, but I might not get. It's like if you can there's some challenge maps. So if you like things like try to complete the map with a certain amount of water or with a certain amount of time, do it super speedy, speedrun the level. That's a thing you can absolutely also go for if you want a certain amount of adventure. I've done it to some degree, but I've also just not. A lot of the time, I'll just go into like a random level and just start power washing things. And it's also funny because technically it's pressure washing, and the game actually calls itself out in one of the levels. It's like, technically this is pressure washing. But that's it. It just calls it. It's like, oh yeah, we're aware that this is technically pressure washing, and then it just stops. That's all it says. But it's a good game. It's a good. There's a lot of story. Like there's a lot more story than House Flipper. In my opinion, there's stuff with a cat, a number of cats. There's stuff with the mayor. There's like all sorts of shenanigans happening. So I recommend it. Your wife is playing it. She loves it. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a longer game than you think it is, but it's also not an absurdly long game. There's some levels that I never want to do again, just because once was enough. But there are other levels where I'm like, oh yeah, no, if I'm having a bad day, I'll just go in and like wash the subway. or like there's stuff at like a carnival. There's several levels that are at a carnival. that's kind of fun. So yeah, lots of good stuff. I'm gonna need those to be okay. All right, so doing. Oh wait. Oh, I did this wrong. I needed to dig down one more to put the floor down. That's okay. This is all gonna be fine. It's all fine. My brain can function. It can math. I appreciate what I appreciate is that either some of you noticed that I was doing that and decided not to tell me just to maybe help me feel better about myself, or none of you noticed that I made that mistake, which makes me feel better because I'm not alone. So because this is on the same level as out there, right? Like over here, I want it to be the same floor level. The floor, I need to dig it down one. You've played House Flipper. You quit when you got the Moon House. And we're really disappointed in it as a house. I don't know if I've gotten to a Moon House, but I feel like I had beaten the game at a certain point. Is that in DLC, or is it like you had presumed that is where I wanted it, so didn't say anything? No, I made a mistake. Yeah. Welcome to Building with ArchaeoPlays, where mistakes get made fairly constantly. It's fine. It's all good. It'll be fine. This, and actually I don't really need to do the wall, because the wall is gonna be... Oh, the stuttering. I really wish I knew why it was doing that. You don't remember it as DLC, but it could be. Well, that's curious. I feel like I need to investigate and just be like, what is up with the moon house? There's stuff in Power Wash Simulator that doesn't go to the moon, but it goes. There's a level where you can clean the Mars rover, which is fun, with a pressure washer, which probably shouldn't be near highly fragile scientific equipment, but you know, it works. I know I'm gonna need a lot more than these, but let's just now. Okay, here, let's there. Okay. Do I want the bed on the ground floor? Let me just put the bed on the ground floor for now. We might not do the interior decorating on this stream, just so that we can also get the Amethyst shop, if that makes sense. Well, I suppose I could ask you guys what you'd prefer to watch once we reach that point. So, something you can do to break floors up that I enjoy doing is taking logs and putting them sideways. So, like here, instead of having the jungle wood, I could take the acacia logs and go sideways. And that allows for kind of a nice break. It does look kind of the same as the ends, but what we can do is grab some trap doors. Let me see if I have any already. Yeah, like acacia trap doors maybe. I like the acacia ones because they're just a nice linear design. So this kind of get trap doors going. I should also pick these up again. We're gonna use all of them anyway, aside from maybe the oh, I should build a. Where's my crafting table? Over here. I should make a new pickaxe. is the rest of that sentence? Is it in here? Am I missing it? Where's my crafting table? Where have I put my crafting table? There it is. Okay. Like how have I lost my crafting table? How is that possible? All right. Okay. Nope. I'm a functional human, I swear. Okay, so if we do a couple more trapdoors, yeah, so that's interesting. You know what? Let's use some starter house planks and turn them into acacia trapdoors. Because we can. So that also ends up getting into something that's a little bit different in archaeology, where we talk about the life cycle of an object, and that's basically the experience of the object itself from when it was first created to when it ends up in the ground and we recover it as archaeologists. There was one in the chest under the name tag, but that one works. Oh, really? Was there? Oh, there was. Yeah, I looked at it. I was like, I don't see it. I don't know. Only in a video game would you put water near the Mars rover. Exactly, right? And would you pressure wash a highly scientific instrument? But anyway, so in terms of like the life cycle of an object, we talk about that, especially when things, when objects change in their purpose or their construction or their use throughout their life. So I'm sure some of you might be familiar with the question of, okay, if you have an axe, but you replace the head and then you replace the handle, and then you replace the head again and you replace the handle one more time, is it still the same axe? Or is it now something entirely different? In terms of archaeology, we would still call that the same axe, but it would be a different part of the life cycle of the object. So, so at this point, we are able to take these starter house planks and turn them into trapdoors. Not nearly as many trapdoors as I would like, because trapdoors are sadly expensive in this game. But we can now put them into our new house in a new form and that becomes a new life cycle. Well, in this, because the form has changed so much, we would actually consider this like reuse of materials rather than an object having a new element to its life cycle, if that makes sense. So because the planks were broken down and then turned into a trapdoor, that would technically be a different thing. But there are also instances where you can break it down and turn it into something that's relatively similar, and then... Wait, it'd be the same axe? Could you explore that a bit more? Oh yeah, so basically, if you have an axe, and you replace the handle, because it broke, and then, you know, over time you replace the head of the axe because it got dull and you couldn't sharpen it anymore and stuff like that. In archaeology, we would still consider the axe the same object, but... Theseus and his ship are shaking right now. I know, right? But at the same time, we would recognize that prior to us finding it, the axe had a different handle and had a different axe head. Depending how you find the object, in archaeology, a lot of the time we find axe heads rather than full axes, just because wood doesn't survive as long. But if you're finding the axe itself, we'll look at things and say, oh yeah, there's evidence of repair, or there's evidence of, you know, replacing the head or the handle or something, or redoing the binding, but we still kind of generally consider it the same axe. What happens if the purpose of the axe changes, like for cutting down trees, but then it's for butchering things? That oftentimes is often... okay, so it depends, but generally speaking, we still consider that a single axe. So if you have a single axe that I'm using this to chop down these planks right now, but then I end up, I don't know, if somebody in my community passes away and I bury my axe with them because, say, they built the axe for me, and, you know, they're a smith and I want them to be able to take that in their funerary goods, then the axe is still the same object, it just has a different part of it's entered a different part of its life cycle. So the first part of its life cycle was me using it to chop down trees, and the second part is now being used as a funerary item. Yeah, so it's really cool, especially because it allows for basically the things. So and heirlooms are a really good example of this. So if you have, say, like your grandmother's wedding ring, right? Originally, that wedding ring was your grandmother's to serve the purpose of, you know, showing her commitment to her marriage and that. If you then keep that, I'm just wandering in circles at this point. If she passes that on to her children, and her children pass that on to their children, so now you, as a grandchild, have your grandmother's, I was about to say axe, your grandmother's wedding ring, for example. If you then use it as a wedding ring, that is still a new part of that object's life cycle, because instead of your grandmother's wedding ring, it's now yours as well. So it takes on both meanings. But if you don't use it as a wedding ring necessarily, you treat it solely as an heirloom, that's, again, like a separate part of its life cycle, because it wasn't a family heirloom for your grandmother when she was first wearing it as part of her marriage. You know, it was an important object for her, but it wasn't necessarily like a family heirloom until she passed it on. But the object is the same. And you can do the same with, like, a wedding ring is probably not the best example, but you can also do it with things like, I do still have some trapdoors. I got things like a doll. So, like, my grandmother gave me one of her porcelain dolls a number of years ago. And the doll itself, when it was first given to my grandmother, was her doll. She was like 6. And so it was her doll, and she used it, she played with it, and all that jazz. And then she kept it and gave it, you know, had it in her house for her daughters to use. So that became, you know, a little bit of a family heirloom, and it, you know, then got passed on to her daughters. And then she passed it on to me, but I was in my 20s, my early 20s, I want to say. Was I that old? No, I couldn't have been that old. She had passed away by then. Sorry. So I was probably like 16 or 17. So it wasn't something, she didn't pass it to me as a toy for me to play with. She passed it to me as a family heirloom. And so now I still have that doll, but the purpose of the doll has changed. But if I then have a child and I give that doll to them, they may use it for the purpose of playing with it, or if I wait, longer and pass it on as a family heirloom, like, it's up to me whether I pass that doll on, and if so, how. That all makes sense. Yeah, it's life cycles of objects is really cool. It's one of the reasons I got into archaeology. In all honesty, that was one of the sets of kind of discussions that made me really excited about archaeology in general. Realizing this looks a little weird with these, but I feel like I should continue it because of this. Or what am I thinking? Kind of like if items had family trees, exactly, like the axe being connected to the tree and the ore and the people who process those goods, etc. Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. Yeah, that's exactly it. Which is one of the reasons why we call it a life cycle, because in relating it to humans and how we interact with each other, it helps us understand the objects in different ways. So when we talk about like archaeological theory, which is kind of what we're getting into just now with the life cycle of an object, when we talk about archaeological theory, the main goal with archaeological theory is to get us to start thinking a little bit differently about an object. Because when you start thinking about it a little bit differently, you can make a lot of new conclusions about what that object is, or what meaning that object has. Interesting and very cool. Oh, I'm glad that's a cool thing to learn about. There's a book, there are a number of books, but there is a book called The Secret Life of Things. And that's an interesting one to have a look at. It might be a bit, it's an academic book, and a lot of academic books are very dense, so so be forewarned. But that's a nice one that kind of goes into that life cycle of an object. And there's also In Small Things Forgotten is another one. But yeah, there's if you're curious about archaeological theory and life cycles, here, let me put this in the chat. You can have a look at Arjun Apadarai. Let me capitalize his name properly. There we go. You can look for that archaeologist / anthropologist, archaeologist, and he's got a lot on the subject. And do a Google Scholar search if you haven't been made aware of Google Scholar. You can do, instead of going to like google.com, you can go to scholar.google.com. Google.com. This is not a link, but like if you type, oh well, okay, apparently it works, so that's nice. Oh, if that works, that'll take you to Google Scholar, which you can search. Again, if you haven't been introduced to it, I know I wasn't until like the final year of my undergraduate degree, so somebody was not being terribly good at helping me learn how to do academic research. But the Google Scholar basically limits your Google search to purely academic sources. So you don't have to sift through, random blog posts of people who maybe aren't, are enthusiasts of something, but maybe don't necessarily have the training. Or you can opt to search through those. I tend to look through both Google and Google Scholar because they're different perspectives in both of those searches that are very useful for like what I do and things. But yeah, there you go, Google Scholar for all your academic search needs. You might find if you don't belong to an academic institution, you might find that it's a little difficult to access some of the sources in there. A lot of academic sources are behind paywalls, but you can always try. A lot more of them are free these days than they used to be, which is always nice. And if you do belong to an academic institution, then absolutely take advantage of it, because you can download that stuff pretty much for free, so long as your institution has like an institutional license, basically. Okay, what am I doing? I need jungle wood. Oh, I didn't need to do that. It's fine. Everything is fine. I'm a functional human. I can do things. If we do this and then we do like a staircase, right? I should get a staircase. Let's get a staircase. Let's do a dark oak one, just because I don't know what color I want yet, and dark oak works. It at least goes with the floor. I could do ugh. I'm sure all of you saw me do that and were like, no, don't. And yeah, I'm sorry. It works. I'm fine. I'm functional. It's you know, there's a house getting built, so actually I'm kind of impressed. Okay, so if we do it kind of like that, and it's got like little, it's got it's raised up a little bit, which actually is kind of nice, because then, I don't know, they're houses in warm climates that do end up kind of on stilts, in part because it lets the breeze go through the floor of, well, the bottom portion of the house, but also to kind of be up out of the way of like rodents and such. So so there is an element of that architecture working. Okay. So, we've got floor number 1 more or less built. And the question becomes, how am I getting up to floor number 2? Do I want to use a ladder to get to the second floor? Or do I want to use a staircase to get to the second floor? I feel like a staircase would work, especially because we have the space. So if I go here, I mean, we're gonna need more than this, but if we do this, and then this, and then this, we have a staircase, and I need one more stair, which is slightly annoying. I wish we could just get a woodcutter to do the same thing as a stone cutter, or like a bench saw or something. Oh, I probably want to bring this out one more, don't I? Or we could go with a curving staircase. So if we do, let's take this out. If we do, where's the floor? I need slabs. A wood version of the stone cutter would be amazing. Yes, there are mods that do that. I'm pretty sure all the mods 6 has one. I think it does. Pretty sure it does. And it would be lovely if that were a thing. It would be really nice. Let's see. Let's do this. Is that what I'm? Yeah, and then we do. Okay, so is this really helping me at all? Slightly. It means that I stand on a block on the floor rather than walking into a wall. So we could do that. And then if we do this and this, and I don't know where the walls in this second floor are necessarily going to go. Okay, I need more slabs. That's probably too many slabs, but whatever, it's fine. It's all fine. Okay. We definitely need slabs here and here and here. I suppose this we might change, maybe. I don't think we will. I might put carpet over that if it really bothers me. Otherwise, I'm not going to worry too much about it. Now, can we put one here? Probably not. No. I always end up having to check because my brain just doesn't necessarily process where things are. Now we can do a staircase like this. So kind of do like... No? Oh, right, because that's on the... Never mind. Never mind. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. We can do this, and we can do that. We could do that, or once I have bookshelves, I could put bookshelves through here. Mud layers like snow layers would be amazing also. Yes, agreed. I wish that we could do more, just more stuff. More layered stuff. Because snow layers are great. But they're the only thing that can really do that. And I wish that we could do more. I think I'm gonna have my bed maybe down here, actually. I want to put it there for now. I could sleep under the staircase. That may or may not... That should be fine, because it'll put me out here. I might do that. I kind of like that. I like the idea of that. And like a little chest. Hang on. There, all of the chests that were in my house after I built my storage system. That kind of works. At least for now. I'll do more with other stuff in here. I'll figure out interior decorating eventually. Let's do this. And then I want a pressure plate. I want a couple pressure plates. So let's do this one. So that we can just, you know, have a door that closes automatically behind me so that so that when I run up from the mines and it's dark out and I run into my house, I don't have to worry about closing the door behind me. That's really what I don't want to have to do. I don't think we can do this because I don't think you can place a door on stairs if I remember correctly. No. Okay. That's fine. Let's do this way then. Do pressure plate there. Okay, so then we can come out there. Excellent. And I might change, I don't know, I might change this somehow, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I might not. Okay, let's get walls down. You know, I think I am gonna change this to be the jungle slabs. I'll keep that one the same. But I think the front and the back, yeah, I like that it's kind of raised up. And what I might do is even, like, put some, say, like, packed mud or something. Packed, like, mud. Yeah. Packed mud? The one that isn't bricks. Dried? Packed mud? I don't remember the names of the blocks, but I'll put some down there and, like, maybe some coarse dirt so that there's, like, an underneath portion of this part of the house, this room, I guess, this wing. There we go. A wing is a thing. Okay, and then let's do, so we'll do this, and then we'll do, all right, we already have so many jungle planks because I forgot that I had already made a bunch of jungle planks. So we have planks for days. The nice thing about jungle wood is that it's really easy to get a lot in one sitting because you can grow the really large trees, which is helpful. At the moment, I'm putting a window in all of these walls because I haven't decided which ones I want windows from yet. I usually will put, so when I decide on windows, if there's obviously like the wall with the stairs, that's just dirt, so there's no need to have a window on that wall at all. But otherwise, what I like to do is kind of put the windows in and then see what the view is from each window and whether somebody would like that view enough to put a window there. So like this window, probably gonna stay. In fact, we could even make this floor taller. We could make this floor taller. Did that fall down? You did your door backwards after learning from Pearl that if you do that, zombies don't break them down, but the sounds being reversed is so weird. Oh! How do you do your door backwards? As good as that is, you can't use a pressure plate with them. Oh, okay. I'm curious how to do your door backwards. Because I've done doors... Here, wait. let's get to a place where I can show you what I'm aware of with doors. So I know that you can do them like here, or you can do them from this side. Is it that way that they won't break them down? If it's like, want to go on a distracted adventure? I do want to finish at least one build during the stream. So maybe if we finish the house, because Jossie, your place is like near well, it's close-ish to spawn. It's semi on the way from me to spawn. So I could come and look. But yeah, so there's that way to do it. But that works with pressure plates. And then there's also the way of that I sometimes like to do, where if I don't have space like on this what am I talking about? On this block, or I want some texture on the outside, I've done this so that you've got this little lip of a door here. So that works nicely. I like doing that. But that would require the pressure plate here, which you can still do. And actually I might end up doing, because it just allows for more space. But that works. How is it already getting dark out? How do I get so distracted that it's already getting dark out? This is eternal. Eternal conundrum. Your place is a few hundred blocks east and a little north of my base. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll have a look. We'll yeah, because now I'm curious about that. But let's finish this build first, because we're almost there. As I said, I'm not gonna do the oh, it's really dark in here. Hang on. Let's before I forget and go on an adventure and turn my house into a mob spawner. let's just light it up a bit. Let's light it up. Okay. So, I think what I'm gonna do is, oh, right. I also, helpfully got rid of my only way to get up here, but that's fine. I think if we do this, like, one more block in each, one more block tall, then we can have 2 tall windows, which are more exciting than 1 block high windows. 2 meter high windows are nice. You can see out of 2 meter high windows, whereas 1 meter high windows are a little bit small. Ugh, stuttering. I'm calling it stuttering. It's almost like lag, and I don't know if it's on my end or on the server end. Okay. And then we're also gonna do, I guess we're gonna do our usual roof. Ooh. Yeah, I think the usual, we'll do the usual roof. It'll go 1 higher, so it's actually another variation, yet another variation on our building style, which is cool. At least archaeologically speaking, this would all be in the same school of architecture, as we would call it in archaeology, but slightly different styles, all in the same school. We need to figure out what color wool to have up here, because it goes wool and then it goes, actually, so these go up 2 more. Well, they go up, oh, they go up by 1 more to 1 more to what I have, 2 more from that. Words. I can words good. I'm so good at words. So good at words. Okay, let's see. Oh, nope. That was lag. Or at least I'm gonna pretend that was lag. Here. So like this could work. Okay, let's actually look at where we want windows. That, I think, is gonna be a cool window once we start doing this build. Whether this building will still be here when we do the bird build, I don't know, but I feel like it will be. I feel like the bird build is going to happen first before we start building on the cliff. So I think this house will be here when we do the bird build. That is also a nice bird view. This is kind of a nice view, but also kind of not. It's a mountain and a hole. Fortification is hard at the best of times. Yes. I feel like I might... I don't know. That's a nice view. The downside is that one of my better views is right above my staircase. I don't think that this is necessarily needed, but the light is nice. So I might actually leave all the windows up here and see what happens. I suspect that I might close this one up and put like paintings or something on this wall, but I might not. Same with like either this one or that one over there, but I'm not sure. But I think for now I'm gonna leave them actually, and I'm gonna get some wool. And then we're also gonna actually dig out this terrain. And then we're gonna build then we're gonna see what Jossie means by having backwards doors. Because I still don't quite understand. I know that you can change, like, which side they open from. Is that what you mean? The wall facing your bird view could be mostly window for a grand view. Yes, that's true. That's true. I do have, like, the central. I have one like this on that side as well. But we could either have the window go through that, or we could just take that away in the second floor. I'll have to look. Wool colors. Okay. For my starter house. So we've done greens. We've done the warm colors. So this is kind of storage room colors. This is what we did with the stables. These two, the lime and the green. We could do the blues for my house. We could do the purples and pinks. Or we could revisit some colors that we've already done. I think that I might go with the blues. In part because the initial... So just like I was saying that I have like thoughts about taking builds and doing different iterations of them as, say, materials upgrade and we have more space and we have more resources and things. The giant like heron build that I was showing you guys a couple weeks ago that I did, and for those of you who might not have seen it, I've got a build of a giant heron that I want to have where that bird cliff is. I want that to have different iterations. So the version where we had like calcite and copper on it, that's going to be iteration like number 2 or something, number 1 or 2, and then basically it's going to progress until it gets to what I want its final form to be, which involves a lot of obsidian and a lot of skulk. so I can show you guys at the end of this stream what that one looks like, because it's really cool and really pretty and is going to force me into the deep dark, which I feel is a good thing for everybody, probably. It's probably good for me. I'm going to pretend it's good for me, at least. So that's what I'm thinking. Okay, so the blues, the reason why blues is because it would connect with the general-ish color scheme of that bird. Because so far in the 2 iterations I've done, there's at least some kind of bluish or blue-green color to it. Like, because oxidized copper is very similar to the cyan wool. It's a brighter color, but like, if we go to the oxidized copper, it's pretty similar. So I think I'm going to do the blues. That's my thought process. I could at some point change the wool to copper, but I don't think I want to do that yet. Oh, hi, Jossie. How you doing? Are you here to show me how to do backwards doors? We can jump in a voice chat on... You have a meeting to jump on. Okay. All right. Okay. Yes. You have a meeting to jump on, but you're here to show me backwards doors. Or do you want to... Wait. I was confused. Hang on. Voice chat could work for a minute. Okay. The downside is that I don't have a source hooked up for Discord, I don't think. But let me try to add one super quick. Hang on. Let's see. This? Hang on. Oh no. Hello, Jossie. I'm just trying to figure out how to add the Discord output to my Oh. Oh, it's push to talk. I'm sorry. Discord is push to talk. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, everybody. I'm just figuring this out. Hang on.
Is it push to talk for me too?
No, I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and other people in chat should be able to hear you.
Oh,
Tell me if she's too loud. Well, because otherwise then I'm just talking to myself, and that's weird.
Not like that's what you do.
You can hear her now. Cool. Okay. There's a deep, dark, ancient city under your base. It's spooky down there. Oh, nice. She's a touch louder than me, yes. Okay, hang on. Let me adjust her volume a little bit. Okay. Jossie, can you talk?
Hello?
I think you're still a bit louder than me. Hang on. Adjust.
I promise I'm only here for like 2 seconds.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go with this for now. Hop back into Minecraft. Okay, so backwards doors. How do we do backwards doors?
Alright. This, but it's the wrong way.
Oh, so it's basically just open.
Yeah.
When it's closed.
And zombies don't try to break through open doors, but I
because they think they're open already.
Yep. So I think I will move this. But I think we need something there to get it to go the right way. No! This is something that I took way too long struggling. Alright, well. I promise Canadian Dragon backed me up that this is possible.
Oh, I understand the theory. Let me just eliminate the possibility of creepers, because we don't want that.
Oh. Yep, that's bad.
Okay.
Also, I stole your door and then started using my own.
I was gonna say. Takes a bit to get the hinge in the right place sometimes. Yeah, so I know that the hinge. Okay, hang on.
I'm not breaking your sign, I'm breaking your torch.
That's fine. I'm gonna try doing it with this one.
Nope.
Okay, so it's basically like here. Ta-da!
Yes!
And then the zombies won't try to break it down. But you can't use a... Oh.
Because closed is open.
I see. So it's very good for villagers because you can just put a button or something. Like, you don't want mobs on the other side necessarily. Oh, I did this on the wrong side. I love how I did the door backwards and demonstrated my knowledge of doors perfectly, and then I go to put the door back on the correct way, and I'm like, oh no, this is wrong. This is totally wrong. So
I
that,
don't know if
okay.
you have a preferred side for the
So that's really cool. Very cool.
Wait.
Door. Thank you. Enjoy your meeting. I hope it's fun. And if it's not, then I hope I don't know. I hope it goes well.
I'm muted on it most of the time anyway.
Ah.
So I just keep listening to you.
Yay! Thank you for showing me doors. That's cool. I'll keep that in mind for villagers, because that is really handy for villagers. Or for, like, anything where you don't want mobs somehow getting in.
Yo.
Yeah, that's cool. Cool! Alright, here, let me put this back on my house. Not my house, my storage. Yeah.
Bye!
Bye! Okay, alright. Well, that's cool. Now we've all learned how to do doors. Let me just leave that voice chat. Cool. Very cool. Learn something new every day. See, I can teach you guys about about archaeology. About archaeology, but you can teach me about Minecraft, which is great. I was like, I could teach you about Minecraft. I can teach you about Minecraft, but a lot of you know a lot more about Minecraft than I do. Or a lot of you know different things about Minecraft than I do, but I suspect that a certain number of you also know a lot more about Minecraft in general than I do. I know this is not the most efficient way of getting up here, but it's what I'm doing, so it's fine. Okay. Oh yeah, so there's this thing that we could take out for a full window. To have like a 5-block wide window, which we could turn into like a bay window. Your front door is near your portal and zombie piglins are a bit of a problem sometimes. Oh, yes. Oh, I have had issues with zombie piglins and portals so often that now I often will just build like a small house for the portal so that if any of them come through, I'm like, you're stuck in this building. You don't get to leave. Stay here. You're done. Okay. If we do this, we would take out this whole support, right? So we would take this whole thing down, actually. I would probably leave that one so that it still had the thing on the ground, and then we go up with this instead. And I will take this down once we're done, and open up the window. But for our roof purposes, what that means is we can have... I guess a question becomes, what do we want to work towards? Because they're stuck until they break down the door. Oh no. Yeah. Doors and mobs don't mix. So with the storage one, we went from yellow into red. But with the stables, we only had like a 3-block wide, so we just went like, I think it was lime green and then regular green and then lime green. So the question is, do we work inwards towards a dark blue? And if so, where does blue-green go? Like, we could do this, which I'm kind of liking as a thing. Or we could go the opposite direction, or we could put light blue before cyan. Let me see what that looks like. Let me also get some shears. Do this, and then the cyan. Ooh. I think I like that better. I think I like that a lot, especially because it makes the wool near the pillars seem like it's got shadow over it, in the same way that we were talking about originally when I put the acacia between the, like, we were using the acacia between the roof and or as the last layer of the wall before the roof, just because it looks like a darker version of jungle wood, and gives that kind of shadow. And then I got rid of it for these builds because the acacia next to, like, having a line of acacia and then the wool and then the fences, it just made it really busy, at least over with the storage building, so I haven't really used the acacia again. I think I like this. The downside is that here I've only got a 3-wide thing, unless I also take this one down so that we have the 6-wide on both sides. which breaks that up, but if we... Okay, so if we do it only on the second floor, like we're gonna do with the other side, then there's symmetry. It might not be the most amazing symmetry. We're gonna see how this symmetry works out. But we could do this, and then do that, and and blue. That looks real. I like that color combination. I think that looks really pretty. In terms of the side, I don't know if it makes sense to do that, and that, or to do that, and this, or to do that, and that. I think I'm more inclined to that for the 3 block one, like these 3 blocks. But I like this with the possibility of a big bay window here as well, which is a lot of window. But I mean, we could just have a lot of window. It depends on what I end up putting up here. But I suspect because my storage is over there, I don't, well, is behind, is right over there. I don't think I really need like a massive wall necessarily, unless I want to do something decorative. I feel like this, okay, I'm liking this. Aw. Pick that up before before it despawns. As I go back down. Okay, and then if we do this, and we do this and blue. Oh, and we have to fix this one. Hang on. I wish I had more on each side, which might be a future iteration where it's like it has at least a 5 block wide so that the wool can be pretty, which is definitely a legitimate reason for changing the structure of a building. That might be interesting too, is to keep track of why the structures of each building changed. Well, I wanted more colors. so I mean, people have changed things for weirder reasons. So it's, yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. And then if we do this, we're gonna use all these ones from the starter house. We're probably gonna use even more. Hang on. Hey, can I... That one. This. Okay. I do need more acacia fences, but we've used all the ones from the starter house. So basically, we've actually used pretty much everything. We'll get to the roof. And I think this might actually have been from the starter house as well. I think aside from the furnaces, the slabs for the roof and the chest, those are the only things left from the starter house. So pretty much every material from the starter house has currently made its way into this build. All right, lots of fall damage. Fine. It's all fine. Everything's fine. Okay. So, what was I gonna do? I was picking up that wool. Or I forget it exists. Did I already do that? No. Okay. And I need fences. And also trapdoors. Because I do like this trapdoor situation here. And then we're also gonna... I'm gonna just... Let's just get rid of the eyesore for a hot second. Ooh, the downside, though, is that that looks weird. So, the alternative is that instead of doing this raised up like it is here, we take this out. Oh, hang on. Whoops, sorry. Hang on. Hang on. Different windows. Different things. Many things going. Okay, so if we take this out, and we put this like this, so that then this is still uniform and doesn't look weird on the outside, but we also don't have kind of the jarring visual effect. We can probably keep it like this over here. I don't feel like that's terribly different. But I think there it's a little weird. In terms of the front then, it probably looks a little odd too. Oh no, it doesn't. Because the front you can see and it's got the middle. Okay. Interestingly, we could do something with this block and turn it into something else. Just because it's at the intersection, or we could put another trap door on it. I'm not sure. I am going to make some fences as I mess up making fences. I don't know how many I need. I don't think it's too many more, is it? Because we got to over, so we need 3, 6, yeah, 9 will do it. I love how I'm now so used to having a pressure plate on the door that I'm like, I don't need to open the door. I'm just gonna walk straight into it. It's gonna be fine. Let's go this way. There we go. Okay, and then we do the roof, which is, yeah, we do this. Okay, this, we still are gonna do the little wings. I like them, and also because I think it's a nice element of continuity between the builds, because there is quite a bit that changes, and I like that the roof stays relatively the same. I know I could use a plank, but whatever, fine. Good, they're all gonna get used, so. Okay. And I suppose a question becomes, do we still do the kind of crisscross thing like we have over there on the storage building? We couldn't really do it on the ooh, hang on. Could always take the crafting table up to the roof with me. Yeah. I always forget about that, but but yeah. Like a keystone type block. Yeah. So down on basically beneath this with the intersection that we were seeing. Oh, I need more slabs. Yeah, I probably should actually bring the crafting table up with me. That would make sense. Doesn't need to live down here. I wish that we could do like handheld crafting tables in vanilla Minecraft. That would be nice. So yeah, so we could do something interesting there, something special if we wanted, or we could just do another trap door. I suspect, because it would be kind of nice to do like I do have these, right? So we could do this underneath the window. But if the window turns into a bay window, it's going to be a little different. Let's get the roof done first, and then we'll think about windows. Once I... Oh, right, okay, that's fine. Once again. Lag. Probably gonna need more than these, but that's fine. That I don't necessarily know. I'm gonna do the windows next. Oh, right. Well, I'm gonna build myself an axe next, and then we'll do the windows, and then I think what we'll do is move to spawn and build a little amethyst shop, just because we've been kind of building away on this for a while, and I don't know. I think it'd be nice to not be in the same building for at least some of stream. Chiseled stone. Yes. Okay. Chiseled stone is 4 stone brick? Or can you only do it with a stone cutter? Chiseled or an iron block. Ooh. We can look at what the iron block looks like just now. Gosh, so much lag. So much lag. And I don't remember if... I like that, but it looks very plain. But what about putting like a glow lichen on it? Because I know sometimes glow lichen can look really nice on light colored blocks and make them look fancy. See, that looks kind of nice. What is chiseled stone? Is that... Oh, it's 2 stone brick slabs. Okay. 4 stone brick, you think, but you're really used to just using a stone cutter. Yeah. Yeah, I can see why. Stone brick slabs, like, why? Let's just do... I'll just do 3 and have some stuff. I do like this. This looks nice. But I also think we should look at the chiseled stone option. So let me just do this for now. It's gonna kind of chuck things down. Have some sticks. Oh, except of course with stone bricks I need 1 more, don't I? I know what I'm doing in Minecraft, I swear. I definitely know what I'm doing. That's fine. Oh! Jossie is still on the server. Thank you for sleeping, Jossie. I was a little nervous about that. Okay. Let's just do this with a piece of coal. And we'll do that while we are figuring out the windows. Oh, and I do need to terraform this. I might... Well, it's up to you guys. Oh gosh, the lag. It's up to you guys if you want me to finish the terraforming or if you want to build the amethyst shop. I don't mind either one. Since the build is a bit darker than stone colors, maybe basalt pillar. Ooh. Maybe. I don't have basalt yet. So that might be a future iteration. I like that, though. I do like that. Let's see about this window. Oops. I can stand on my floor. I do want to do a little bit of this. Now, there might be a certain amount of glass wasted because I don't have silk touch. But if I remember correctly, you can get a bit of a bay window effect by doing a pane here. It does look a little weird on this side, but once you then go outside, it has the bay window kind of effect up there. So I think that's what we'll do. What we'll do in this window for now, at least. It's not too much glass that's wasted, and I technically have a silk touch hoe. I think I have a silk touch hoe somewhere. So if I do need to break the glass, I can find the gold hoe that has silk touch on it that I found in a ruined nether portal somewhere. Okay. I do like those windows. That's nice. I mean, this doesn't look super nice at the moment, but we're gonna be tackling the bird build soon. That's gonna be one that's gonna take potentially like several streams to do, or it might be like so here's the thing. I'm doing the Spawn Chunks podcast next Monday with Pixel Riffs and Joel Duggan, but then I'm also like the next day on the 20th, once I stream on that day, I meet the requirements to be a Twitch affiliate. So that's cool, and I feel like we could do like a celebratory stream or something building up the bird, which would be fun. Oh, or you lend me your pick. Yes, that's true. People, I think, Clara, you have villagers, and I just need to get over to them and trade and such. But yes, that's very true. I forget that other people have things like Silk Touch and such. You know what? I kind of want to use some stained glass here because I like the little tiny window. So let's do some stained glass. Do what color? Oh no, stained glass is over here. I have glass panes. Let's do glass panes. I could do purple. That might be a little odd. Let's take a white one. And then my Silk Touch gold hoe. It's so useful. Such a useful thing. Gosh, the lag. Okay. I'm gonna try the purple, see how weird that looks. Because it looks kind of fine from in here, but does it look weird outside? If it looks weird outside, we'll just switch it to white. I don't know. I feel like it looks fine. Woo, Twitch affiliate! Yeah! Yes, you have a villager library. Oh, right, yes. You probably have a lot of... I just need to pay Clara a visit. I have enough diamonds for a diamond pick, and I should just pay you a visit and get, like, fortune and get Silk Touch on something else. I have enough diamonds for an axe or something, so, like, I should just turn them into something. I have, like, 15 diamonds? I don't have huge numbers of diamonds. I have maybe 15. But yeah, okay. So, here is our house-ish, sort of. Where is the crafting table? It's not on the roof, is it? I didn't leave it on the roof. Am I just missing it in my inventory? No. Did I leave it on the roof? Is it on the floor? It's on the floor. Good. Okay. Oh man. My brain today. Even if I didn't have diamonds, you have a villager for tools too. Ah, that is true. And actually, the villagers at spawn are also fully upgraded to have diamond tools and diamond armor and such. So really, I need to trade with villagers. That's what I need to do. Okay, we've done this. I do just want to do the little upside down stairs on the windows. And hang on, you were gonna do this. Of course, I'm putting this out here as well, but it's fine. We need. Oh, okay. That. Then we need this. And this is why the stone cutter exists. But I wish, okay, that we had one for wood. Me and every Minecraft builder out there. I'll go with that for now. I know my inventory is ridiculous, but let's do this. Let's do this. And try the chiseled stone. Ooh. No, that looks a little too old. But, oh, I did it without that. That's fine. I have loads. I think I might keep it the chiseled stone for now. And then, like, as we upgrade materials and such, it'll turn into a fancier and fancier block. Because I do like the chiseled stone. Chiseled stone was a good call. I do also like the iron block with the glow lichen on it. Just because that's a really nice pattern. But I think I'll keep it this for now. Okay, and then let's do a final-ish thing. Let's do this. Okay. Do this. I'm gonna have to move these flowers. Lag. I will, for everybody who's like part of the server, I promise that I will, after the stream, I'll come back on and figure out what is going on with this and why it can't, why the lag is happening, or the stuttering or something. Although I guess, Jossie, you're on. Is it doing the same thing for you? The stuttering, or is that just on my end? I wish we had a woodcutter, or like a sawmill, or bench saw. Maybe not a sawmill. That might be a little too big. This? Nope. This? Okay. And I haven't done the acacia trapdoors either, so I probably should do that. Okay. Yeah, I feel like that works. Does it work to do this on the underside of these? Probably. Yeah, I think that works. That looks like it works. The acacia trapdoors, let's do that super quick. The left end of the second big window. Oh, yes, thank you. There we go. Okay. And then let's do acacia trapdoors. So, actually, should do another of these. Right? Because we can do the same thing here. Which, granted, doesn't really matter so much for this side, but at least it looks the same between the different sides. So we need 1, 2, 4. We don't need any on this. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then... yeah, okay. This will get me 4. That'll get me another 4. Yes. Okay. I especially wish we had a woodcutter for trapdoors. Like, the rest of it I can handle, but the trapdoor conversion rate, I just get so sad at how few trapdoors I can make with how much wood I have. The stairs under them? Which stairs under which? Oh. Oh, I changed it as you were typing. Okay, alright. Okay. I was like, wait a minute, what did I do? No, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll call this good. I'll do some terraforming and exterior decorating and such before Thursday. Probably sometime this evening if any of you who are part of the server want to hang out at some point this evening. But I know it's 3, and we usually finish at 3. But I do want to get my shop set up, and I don't really want to wait until Thursday, so I might continue. Unless you guys want to peace out. But I think I'll do something, probably something relatively small at spawn just now. But I would like to get the Amethyst there if I can. Just so that people can use it if they want. You'll stick around if I continue? Alright, cool. Then let's continue then. Okay, stone. And the trapdoor conversion rate is very sad. Yeah, very much agreed, Clara. It's like the main thing I wish could change about about Minecraft. One of the main things. There are a number. There are probably more if I thought long and hard. We do need to put the furnaces into the house and the label on my house. Hang on. Let's take enough of this out that we can put a label and it's not just sitting on top of the ground. That. Lowercase O's and ArchaeoPlays base. There we go. Ta-da! You're able to hang out a bit longer, need to get to spawn and set up a store as well sometime soon. Yeah. That's the main reason I want to get it set up, is just so that people can actually access the... Oh, I meant to put those in the house. Can actually access the materials, because I know some people were saying they really want to build at least a little bit with Amethyst. So, we'll put those in here. And then I think I'll put the rest of this away aside from the chest. Don't know where to put the chest, but I feel like putting a chest over here with access to the outside is a good idea. And I'll move all my stuff, like all this stuff in as well. But I'll do that off camera. Let's do an amethyst thing just now. Get planks. Or no, planks. If I can read my signs. I think I'm gonna do like dark oak stuff in the shop at spawn, because amethyst is really pretty. Not that things that don't go with dark, that doesn't make any sense. It's amethyst is really pretty with dark oak is what I meant to say. Not that non-pretty things go with something other than dark oak. It's not what I meant at all. Okay. So, in terms of logs, let's put the jungle and the acacia, also because it lets me use the dark oak logs instead of the jungle and acacia that I'm continually using. So, we'll do that. And then we'll grab... Okay, let's put the dirt away. Nope, hang on. Let's put all this stuff away for a second. And then... planks, I can put that away, and then fences, I can put this away, and then slabs. Okay, I'll bring torches just to make sure that it's actually lit up in the shop, and I should, well no, I don't need a bed because spawn has beds. We'll bring tinted glass, we'll bring a bit of amethyst, and I'll bring these, and what I'll probably do is just like stock the shop off camera also, but this way I can at least bring a little bit. And then chests. See, there's some chests over here. I don't know that I'll need that many. And then I should probably get a piece of paper. Or I can always... Nah, let's use a piece of paper. Okay. Paper. I should grow some sugarcane, but that's fine. At the moment, I'm only planning on selling the amethyst shards, the blocks of amethyst, and the tinted glass. Just for now, I'll add stuff as we go, but wooden walls aren't a thing, right? What? Wooden walls are a thing? Wooden walls work. They're a thing. I mean, if they're not a thing, fence posts, there you go. Yeah, you can use fence posts. I like using the fence posts in strange ways. There's also a design at spawn. I'm not going to take the horse just because it's am I not going to take the horse? Maybe I should take the horse. Maybe I should take the horse. Okay. I'm just hoping that this is enough stuff. You know what? Let me this is silly. Let me put this and one of these and one of these, and I'll just restock things. But I feel like there should be some... I don't know exactly what I'm building yet, but I feel like I should have a different type of wood with me. just in case I decide that I need it. Knowing me. Okay, alright, let's go build a thing at spawn. Alright. Oh, hello. Oh, you don't have a saddle, because I put it on the mule, because I took the mule to go sand collecting. Sorry, mule. We're gonna take the horse, because the horse is faster. So spawn is out this way. It does mean we have to kind of go across water, but that's fine. Let's just not fall into a hole. Which is always the danger when riding horses in Minecraft, is accidentally falling into a hole. At least that's the danger for me, like constantly. You've acquired a couple of trader llamas to help you get inventory to spawn. That's true. I suppose I could have taken the mule because the mule had inventory space, but I don't mind making a second trip. I think the building the shop is goal number 1, and then having a little bit of stock before the end of stream is also a good goal. But spawn is really close to me. I'm only about 500 blocks away ish from spawn. Probably closer to 1,000. I'm not far. Like we're already at spawn. Come on, horse, you can do it. Well, we're not quite already at spawn, but we're about to be at spawn. And we do still have our sort of red wool border. Come on, there's got to be a way to get a horse through this. Come on, come on. There we go. We do still have this red border, again, just because some people haven't had a chance to join yet, because archaeology field season is still going, so a certain number of the archaeologists haven't had time or computers to log on yet. So I'm just gonna leave it up until they do. Oh, somebody exploded. We'll get that. Ooh, and the gate is open too. I wonder if, I hope I didn't do that. I hope I didn't leave the gate open, but if I did, I'm sorry. Here. Do that. Okay, so this is spawn for people who haven't necessarily seen spawn before. We have a few buildings here that we built before the SMP, like before the server opened up to people. So this is a little trading hall where everybody's got a chest and they can put stuff they don't want in the chest. Ooh, somebody gave me vines. Cool. So you can put stuff you don't want in the chest and then take or put a sign saying what you'll take for it. And then basically, so here I have so many mangrove roots and I don't need them. So I put them in this chest and said people can give me mossy cobble, moss, or vines if they want to. And somebody's given me some vines for some mangrove roots, which is really cool. So that's all the trading hall is. It's just so that if you don't want to have to coordinate a specific trade, you can just kind of leave people to it. It's a little bit slow, but it works because then you end up with surprise vines. And then this is the community center. So everybody's got like a little mailbox or something if you need to get something to somebody, but you don't want to have to travel all the way to their base just yet because we don't have a nether hub yet. You can just leave it in their box. And then there is also a communal stonecutter and a communal anvil, and those are going to stay here for the entirety of the season, etc. So that's helpful, especially when doing things like building an amethyst base, and then just like some books and things and some decorations. And then there's also these guys that I forgot were here. They're just fully upgraded villagers, toolsmith, a weaponsmith, and an armorer, just so that they can, basically so people had access to that. We have a lot of new players, so I wanted new players to be able to have a few different ways they could access better gear before they end up dying in the mines over and over and over again. So that's why we had that. And then we have a couple of inns that I definitely just didn't use. I parked my horse at the one down there, and then there's another inn over here. They have bedrooms. Again, if newer players want to kind of stay around spawn while they kind of learn the ropes, that they have that option. So in terms of the Amethyst shop thing, I don't know that I want to build something terribly huge, just because there's not huge amounts that's going in the shop, if that makes sense, because it's just going to be like tinted glass and amethyst shards, and then amethyst blocks, and then once I have silk touch in a renewable form, like in a mending tool, a tool with mending, then I'll sell the crystals. I don't know that I'm gonna sell things like calcite or the, what is it, smooth basalt? Is that it? That's around the geodes as well? I'm not sure about that yet, but if I do, I don't think, yeah, I think there'll be space to find, to put it around where the amethyst stuff is. So I kind of want people to be able to see where the amethyst shop is and be able to buy stuff from it. I'm semi-tempted. I don't want to go like right next to everything because I kind of want to, as a, yeah, I definitely want a fortune pick to get more shards for less work. That is, the fortune pick is like top priority. If I could have that for more ore and, well, more raw metals, effectively, and more amethyst shards, that would be great. Yeah, so I'm tempted by like a space like over here maybe, just so that people know they can build like anywhere. And also, you know, for any of you who are on the server who are listening in, you can also change the roads however you want. Like if you have a build that you want to put here, but it kind of goes up this way, you can just move the road and that's okay. But yeah, there's no like plan. It's just space where people can build. And that's pretty much it. I kind of want to use Amethyst in the build. I almost want like a little wagon kind of thing. Which I'm realizing I should have probably brought some oak wood to make, like if I want a wagon to, but it doesn't have to be, it can be like a stationary kind of wagon thing. I like the idea, so, okay, what my brain is doing, or thinking, is like some kind of little structure, I don't know, like here, that has like a little, okay, let me put a crafting table down. And then we do stairs, right? And then, so it's got like a little shelf kind of area. Nope, lag. Okay, and then similar over here, that it's like, I don't know, like a 3x3 interior. So it's, oh, I always forget that with the grass. I always forget. I remember in the split second after I click the button. But if we do this, and then we do like a 1, 2, 3. And I think if we do like a solid, if something happens, do I want, or could it, we could do this, okay, bear with me for a minute. I know people don't necessarily like this texture, but if we strip it, we could do that as a wall. And probably also just down here, just for sanity's sake. That looks pretty good, or we could turn it into birch planks. But I kind of like this. And then, so my thought is, there's like a shelf there, and then there's another shelf, like here. And then, you like the logs? Cool. Okay, yeah, I'm liking the logs too, I think. Oh, did I do it wrong? I did it for, hang on. I mathed wrong. That's okay. We don't need to go right to the corner, especially because the street lamp is like right there, so it kind of ends up being really close. Do this. Okay, and then we do, right? 1, 2, 3. All right, 1, 2, 3. The really simple build. Do 1, 2, and 3. Log texture works? Cool. All right, let's do the log texture. Get rid of this, actually. I don't need it there. Then we'll do this, and we'll do this. We'll have this be a door. And then if we take this out so that it's got a little floor, and then what I'm thinking is we could have like kind of barrels or chests just kind of up between the pillars, because I'm only ever going to be selling like 6 things from here, right? So if I do this, I'm going to need more than that, but that's fine. Let's do this and then grab, I'll end up with a door as well. Where's my crafting table? Right here. Okay. Do doors. And then the door can go... Oh, no, hang on. It's here. So that's fun. And then... I think... I could do like a little... Alright, hang on. Wait a minute. What's my brain doing? I do want the amethyst in the roof. So... the thing is that if I put the amethyst on top, then there's going to be like a thing here, but I kind of want the chests to be there. Or the barrels. Let me get... I have chests. Let's use chests for now. I might switch these out to barrels. Nope. Later, or I might put a barrel in between or something. But I kind of like the idea of them being up here. And let me just put all of the stock and the paper in there for now. I was debating using calcite in this build. What if I use the calcite in the floor? Let me see what that looks like. See what that looks like. This looks very fancy. It's a very fancy floor, but I like the contrast between the walls, whereas the birch planks are, because they're the same color, I don't think they're really working as well. Oh, Pancake Queen. This is... the good news is that we have keep inventory on, so so it doesn't matter so much. Okay, and then if we take this, and... oh, I was going to use some of the... where did I put them? I was going to use some amethyst in the build. But to have a texture... okay, what if we do... how bad is that? Downside is that I can't then put anything identifiable on that. Which I wouldn't necessarily be able to do anyway. But I think those are gonna... I think these are gonna change to barrels. How do I do the roof here? This is where I'm like, oh no, what do I do with the roof? I could do... okay, I might have an idea. I'm gonna go sleep in a bed so that we don't end up with creepers at spawn. Although I feel like I'm gonna get to a bed and and somebody will have slept through the night. Oh yeah, cool. All right, never mind. Oh yeah, okay. All right. Thought process. What if we use the amethyst similar to how I use... oh, but then I can't put it on top of the chests because then they get... but that's a reason to make them barrels. Okay, all right. So if we do this, right? If we treat the amethyst similar to my roof, like the wool in my roof in my base, could do it like this. I don't know why exactly I am sneaking across this entire time, but it's fine, it works. Oops. No, pickaxe. Pickaxe would help. Okay, so we have that. Eat, eat, eat. Oh yeah, okay, sorry. Sorry. Okay. See, this is the danger of keep inventory on and easy mode. What if instead or no. Yeah, we just do that. We could do cuz or I know I'm not saying complete sentences right now. I'm trying to figure out how to make this work. And I think we could turn it into like a little kind of circular roof thing. And that could work. It does mean I need to change out the chests to barrels. But that's fine. That's easy enough to do. Oh, and I need more slabs. Not gonna need that many more slabs, probably that many though. Oh no. Oh well, that's fine. Use the slabs. Because then I'm gonna turn them into barrels. And what I might do also is, although they're on the, yeah, what I might do is bring like my glow lichen, not my glow lichen, my glowberries down. So that they can be kind of growing off of the back sides of it. I think that would be cool. Okay, let's do barrels. Not gonna be enough, but that's fine. We'll now. It's almost enough. I'm gonna need that. Probably gonna need more than that too. Oh no, okay, I'm fine. There we go. Okay. So if we do this, and this is gonna explode, that's fine. That. And then this, whoops. Okay, if we then do, and I'll make sure that that's a full stack. Just because we want people to have full stacks of stuff. Actually, I'll probably reorganize this in a second. If we grab these, so that the shards and the blocks, actually, because, yeah, here, let's do that, this, okay. And then I need to figure out what to charge for these. I feel like I also need a name for the shop. I don't have a name for the shop. Ooh. One barrel is facing different. Oh, you're right. Yep. Thank you. Okay. I need a name for an amethyst shop. And I don't know what to do for an amethyst shop. I also should recover the amethyst that's just kind of sitting, wasting away in the roof. So let's do that while I try to think of a name for an amethyst shop. Let's see, did it go? Go. Not Amway? Wait. Have not heard of Amway in years. Oh, I don't get the reference. I feel like this is a Minecraft reference that I'm not aware of. Clara's lost too. Okay, don't worry, Clara, I'm also lost. Okay, let me think. Okay, I think we'll do like, I don't know. I feel like maybe I'll do like a diamond for half a stack of amethyst. I'm gonna say we're using mostly diamonds in the shopping district for currency just because it's easier. I think there's a lot of there are a lot of other things you can use for currency, but they're a lot easier to get a hold of, even though diamonds end up being kind of easy to get a hold of eventually. I think they'll work for at least a little while. It's an infamous real-world pyramid scheme. Oh. Huh. Yeah. Didn't. Huh. I feel like I should know that then. I feel like I should know that. Okay, so let's do... so it's 1 diamond for 16 tinted glass, right? And then 1 diamond for 32 blocks for a half stack of amethyst, and then 1 diamond for a stack of amethyst shard, do you think? Well, although a diamond for a stack of amethyst shards doesn't make too much sense, because then if it's a diamond for 32 of the blocks of amethyst, then it should be a diamond every 2 stacks of amethyst shards, because it's 4 amethyst shard to make a block, right? And I don't want to rip people off. Amway, short for American Way, is an American multi-level marketing company that sells health, beauty, and home care products. Oh, your mother used to sell it. See, I've heard of like Avon and such, but I hadn't heard of Amway. Interesting. The more you know. Okay, yeah, so we'll do a diamond for 2 stacks of shards, a diamond for half stack of blocks, and then we'll do a diamond for 16 tinted glass. Does that sound... You want the shards more expensive so people don't just buy shards to make blocks. That's true. That's true. Shiny things, geode block, cart of geode, crystal roof. Yeah. Ooh. I have an idea for a sign. I don't know if it's a good idea for a sign, but it's an idea for a sign. I mean, it's not exactly a store name, but it kind of is. It's like a... Oh, man. This is a very... This is not exactly... Anyway, that's not gonna fit. It's not exactly a name for a store, but it works. And I'm gonna use it. Oh, it does fit. Well... Let's break it up. Still break it up. I'm gonna use that until somebody has a better suggestion. I'm assuming somebody probably will have a better suggestion, but that's my thought at the moment. Okay, let's go name things. Name some pieces of paper. Over here. Okay, so if we do, what is it? It's what am I doing? What am I doing? 1 diamond equals 16 tinted glass. I probably could say quarter stack, but again, we do have new people on the, like, people who are new to Minecraft on the server, so I also don't want to confuse them. And then we can say, nope, 1 diamond equals 32 amethyst block. I can use grammar. let's use grammar. And then Dragon's right that the shards should be more expensive so that people don't just buy them, but at the same time, how do I want to do that? Do I want to say what we could do? Okay. How about 3 diamonds, right? Or was I going to do 1? I was going to do 1 diamond per 2 stacks. So I could do 1 diamond per stack. It is a name in your opinion. Good. I'm glad you like it, Clara. And it's my store though. Yeah, very true. Okay, so if it's 4 amethyst shards to make a block, then we have 2 diamonds for a stack of blocks, but basically a stack of shards would be half a diamond's. What am I doing? What is my brain doing? Equivalent would be half a diamond per stack, so 1 diamond for 2 stacks. Yeah. I don't think I can break it down any further, so I do think you're right. To save me continually mining shards to restock the shop, which granted I'm gonna be doing to a degree anyway, but let's do 1 diamond equals 1 stack. Let's call it 64 because of new people. 64 amethyst shards. Okay. Pancake Queen, if you're listening in, I'm sorry I didn't respond to you for a second. My brain was having to do logistics. And my brain's a little bit of a hot mess right now. It's all fine. Okay, 1 diamond per stack. That's fine. That's effectively what I was thinking of doing anyway. There's nothing in there. I'll put the crystals in the other barrel once I have them. And then we'll do 1 diamond equals 32 amethyst blocks, and then 1 diamond equals 16 tinted glass. Okay. I feel like I'll leave it there for now. With this build, I will come back with more, because I do have more stock that I can use, and I also kind of want to, you know what, no, we have the technology. We can do this. Let's make, I don't think I need a chain, actually. Let's make a lantern. I do also like the fact that I can just jump. I don't have to use the door, which I know defeats the purpose of the door, but I enjoy it, so it works. I'll probably also come back in and put like purple carpet or something on the part of the floor, not the entire floor, because it would be silly to use calcite for the floor and then cover it up with a carpet. But yeah, and once I have Silk Touch in an easy capacity, I'll get some of the crystals down and such. I think that works though. It works for now at least. And now we have a store. First store at spawn. That isn't something we built before the season started. So that's cool. And yeah, and hopefully other people, I know several people, I know Dragon, you've mentioned that you have an idea for a store. I think Lazagod, you were saying something about a store maybe? Somebody else was. So hopefully we end up with a bunch of stores at spawn, and that way people can sell stuff, especially because some people are really close to like a snowy or icy biome, some people are really close to or closer to like deserts and things. So so I think there's a lot of scope for people selling resources that are near them that are really far away from anybody else, which is really good. Yay! Ooh, to sell mud brick. That is a good idea, Lazagod, especially if you could get, like, if you build a mud farm, getting the mud farm plus the wheat for the mud brick, that would be really cool. And it also, because like your build, we should at some point we should tour the server, but I want to give people more of a chance to feel like their base areas are tourable before we do that. But Lazagod's, I haven't looked at your area in several weeks, but the last time I saw it, it was looking really, really cool. So I feel like the mud brick there's a similar color scheme in there at least. That's really cool. Lazagod's got some cool stuff going on. I haven't seen everybody's base. I think Lazagod, I stumbled upon it when I was going through a landscape and I was like, this would be a really nice place for a base. And I was kind of doing exploring and posting some of those screenshots in our Discord. And I took the screenshot for the Discord and I was like, I'm just going to see if anybody does live around here because it would be a really nice spot. And then I crest the hill and it's Lazagod's base. And I was like, never mind, I won't post that screenshot because obviously somebody else had the same idea because it's really pretty. It's a nice little meadow. Well, mountainy, meadowy, hilly area. Cool. Okay, so we've got a shop, we've got a house. Let's head back to let's make sure I head back before I forget my horse at spawn. And then what I can do is probably sign off for the day and the stream. But I do want to see, I want to see how my house looks now from a distance, because it's oh, I need to fix that hole. We'll fix that hole. It'll be fine. I'm noticing the difference of how like my own buildings are looking as I approach them. It's a different profile now, especially at night. I get my buildings confused with a village now, whereas I didn't like I used to have to search for where my buildings might be, whereas now I'm like, wait, that's one of the villages, I need to turn, and then I'm like, oh no, wait, that's my house. I don't need to turn. Oh no, I jumped in the one spot. Can you come on, there you go. Let's not fall down the massive hole. Yeah, Dragon's thinking of selling ice and snow, because you guys are pretty close to that ice biome. But I think the ice biome is like 4,000 or 5,000 blocks away from me. It's so far. So I'm like, yes, sell ice and snow so that I don't have to go that far. I mean, snow, once you have a snow golem, is kind of okay, but ice, it's like, somebody else sell ice. So Dragon's thinking of ice, which is cool. I also want to get a road built between me and spawn, or at least me and that village, because I think that would be really cool. Yeah, oh, I like it. It looks good. I might play around with the like the gradients a little bit, but yeah. Oh, you're living under an ice biome. Cool. It's a huge group of ice biomes. Yeah, there's a lot of ice out in one particular direction, which is basically out where you guys are. We also have like 1 million jungles on this server. There's so many jungles, I don't know how. Never seen that many jungles on a server at once, ever. But I've come across like at least 10 in my exploration. So there's a lot. Yeah, I feel like this is nice. It's a little bit light, but I don't know what to do about that, or if I should do anything about that. I like the profile of it. It is all a very similar color, so I might end up putting some acacia up here as a grade. I don't know. I'll play around with it off camera and see what I feel like. It'll probably look very similar to this, and I'll get the terraforming done. But yeah, I think we're gonna probably call that good, and see. It'd be nice if we could stain and whitewash woods to color variants. Oh man, if I could paint woods in Minecraft of like with anything, yeah, the variants, staining it, whitewashing it, however Minecraft wants to let me do that, I would be so happy. It would be really, really cool. Very much agreed, Dragon. Very, very much agreed. It's not a word. Cool. Okay. So, well, oh, I still have all my area here. So you can see my lovely face. Thank you all for hanging out with me on this stream and this extra long stream today. And for some of you showing me how to do doors in reverse so that zombies don't try to break them down. That was cool. Hadn't seen that before. Yeah, thank you everybody for joining this stream. Bye.